our country, we will have our morals. We will protect our children. And we are making this law. We are making this law for ourselves. We are making this law for our children. We are making this law for the children of our children. This country will stand firm. And once it passed, I can tell you, Madam Speaker, we are going to reinforce the law enforcement officers to make sure that homosexuals have no space in Uganda.
Oh boy. Well, we know that Uganda is the place that's spiritually called Sodom in Egypt. But this is a sign of the times, because let me grab it. This is Revelations 11 verse 18. Salakia, not 11:18, 11:8. It says, "And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Yahweh was crucified." Now, the dead bodies talking about, us, we're spiritually dead. The great city is talking about America, just for breakdown purpose. But now, on to the meat of this video, of where I'm quoting the scripture, which is called Sodom and Egypt. These are Sodom and Egypt is let me get Hosea 12:10 real quick. To put this into perspective for somebody who might be new. Because sometimes, the scriptures, it speaks plainly. Then other times, when it's into prophecy, what does that mean? It's more dark saying. This is Hosea 12:10. "I have also spoken by the prophets, and I have multiplied visions and used similitudes by the ministry of the prophets." John the Revelator, he's a prophet. He's likening the city to the great city as Sodom and Egypt. Now, Sodom and Egypt are both similitudes. Egypt, why is it Egypt? Because we serving slavery over here. 400 plus years we've been over here in Babylon. We were over in Egypt 400 plus years. We were slaves. America is fashioned after Egypt. But now, that Sodom part, what is a Sodom? Sodomite is initially was a inhabitant of Sodom, but because that city had become synonymous with all types of sexual deviancy, a sodomite is often referred to a person who is a catcher, who likes to do the backdoor boogie, if you know what I mean. So, Sodom, a sodomite is a person who is in that alphabet community. So, if you remember, the great city is America, but also Revelation chapter 17 and verse, where is it at? Verse 2. Wait a second. It is okay, yeah. Verse 2. Matter of fact, I'll start with verse 1. "And there came one of the 7 angels which had the 7 vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore." Great whore is America, also that great city that's talking about in Revelations 11 and 8. I will show unto the I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. And if you want to know what many waters mean, drop down to verse 15. Not about to read that for time constraint. It says, verse 2, with whom the kings of the earth. Now, the kings of the earth really mean the other kings, monarchs, rulers, emperors, empresses, queens, basically world leaders. Those are the kings of the earth. Starting from the top, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. So what is the wine of her fornication? Democracy. A lot of these policies, their ways, the America's influence throughout the world has been very negative. And part of that wine is that alphabetism. Yeah. That alphabetism is part of the philosophies of that wine. So as you can see, it's spreading over. It started in America. Or shall I say, it 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 didn't start in America. I mean, you've always had modes all the way back to even all the way back to Sodom and Gomorrah. Hell, but America has fancied itself with being with LBG alphabet rights and all type of freakism. That's what America has fancied itself after. And so because America has fancied itself after all of these patterns and stuff like that, guess what? The kings of the earth, this king over here in Uganda, he like, hey man, you better keep that away because they still have some sense. They still have some sense. This is you want to destroy a nation? That's one of the ways that you destroy a nation. You allow the alphabets to come in. You give women rights. That's also part of the wines of their fornication. You give women all these rights, tell them they can do what they want to do. They can go to school, lead a house. Why you gotta cook? He can cook and all this other type of stuff. And then now you got the men being effeminate, being effeminized. And what's crazy is these effeminate men with all they whip and nay dances. They still got the strength of a man. They still got testosterone. So you got women become emasculated, men become effeminate, don't know how to change a spare tire, don't know how to take a toilet apart, don't know how to do anything. But now the women are becoming masculine. It's asshole backwards, but that's part of women's liberation. You're liberated now. You're free to do whatever you want to do. It comes to the pros and the cons of that. It's all right. Yeah, we equal. You change your tire yourself. It used to be a time where a man would stop to help a woman on the side of the road. Those days is long gone. But yeah, you free, you independent now. And so those is part of the influences Babylon has. Well, Uganda, they're like, we not down with all these influences. All that stuff they do over there in the West. Hey, you stay your asses over there. And the punishment, man, if you don't put a garment and a Bible in this dude's hand and check his father's lineage, I'll go a little extreme. That's kind of being carnal, But this is Leviticus because this is not permitted. Leviticus 18 and verse 22. Thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind. It is abomination. Neither shalt thou lie with any beast to defile thyself therewith. Neither shall any woman stand before a beast to lie down thereto. It is confusion. All of this is, straight, madness. A man's not supposed to be poking another man. You got diseases, you got pandemic, epidemics, all types of stuff that comes from that. Nature tells you that. Nothing's supposed to be going up in there. And as wicked as Esau is, he'd like to take the temperature up there. What happened to taking the temperature underneath your tongue? So you gotta, man, if you don't go on somewhere, that's not what the Most High created. Hey, so man, this guy is in his right state of mind. Trust and believe there ain't gonna be all of this, there's not gonna be no Moism going on in the kingdom of heaven. That's wicked. On that note, I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Kakudash. Double honors to the elders of GMS rule well. Peace and salutations and shalom.